Hi guys, so today we're making gluten-free pancakes, and I just wanted to share this with you guys because I was going to open up my box of gluten-free pancakes, and then I read the ingredients, and I decided not to do that. Let's share it. They are gluten-free. It looks healthy, right? Rice flour, sugar, baking powder. Okay, so if you don't know, the most ingredient that's in here is listed first, so it goes from highest to lowest. Rice flour, sugar, baking powder, potato starch, xanthan gum, and salt. Now, in the baking powder is sodium acid, phosphate, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch, mono, calcium phosphate. Now, I don't know about all that stuff, and this isn't that bad, but the xanthan gum is just like a thickening agent, but again, I don't want to eat that. So what I'm going to make is I'm going to make oatmeal pancakes, and I'm going to use oatmeal. I'm going to use quail eggs that my daughter got me from the Asian grocery store. I'm going to use my whole peanut butter. All it is peanuts. It's actually not even unsalted peanut butter. Now at HEB, you can go and there's this big old machine in like the healthy section, and it grinds the peanuts for you. So like these are like freshly grinded whole peanuts. Just dry roasted peanuts. And the ingredients, if you look at your peanut butter, commercial, Skippy, whatever, Jif, whatever, you're going to see a laundry list full of ingredients, hydrolyzed, this and that, palm oil, which is no good because oils are very finicky. You don't want certain kind of oils because they're kind of like plastic. I mean, they use high heat to extract them, and once they use that high heat, think of an egg. You crack an egg on a pan, it's going to change the whole composition of the egg. So that's kind of what they do when they high heat the oils. It kind of changes the molecular structure of the oil. So palm oil is no good. A good oil for high heat, avocado oil, medium heat, coconut oil, and no heat, olive oil. Be careful that olive oil, sometimes it's not all olive oil. So back to the pancakes. We're going to do, now I usually would want to get the organic, but I don't know why I got this. Maybe I was struggling for finances that week. I don't know, but I got these. Now, for pancakes, you're going to want to use the quick oats because if you use the steel cut, it's going to kind of take longer. It's going to be grittier. These are going to end up more fluffy. And then, of course, I got 100% maple syrup for the topping. So I'm going to put peanut butter and maple syrup on the topping. You're going to want to use real butter instead of margarine because margarine is hydrolyzed something or other. It's plastic. You don't want to eat it. It's gross. Real butter, yes, it is dairy, but it is also full of healthy fats. And it's not as... For me, it's not as inflammatory as milk because the butter is just like the fat layer on the top, and so it doesn't have as much as the inflammatory cells in there. So I'm going to use butter, 1 to butter the cast iron and 2 to lightly top it, just lightly because I have the peanut butter. I just like the taste of the butter, so you can do without the butter if you want to. I have a cast iron here, and what I'm going to butter it with is this Wagyu beef tallow. Beef tallow is a very high smoke point at 500. This is the Wagyu kind. Now, if you don't know, Wagyu is from cows that are like massaged every day. They're treated good, they're loved on, and I want that energy in my body. So I'm doing the Wagyu. The beef tallow, 500 smoke point. You want a high smoke point oil. Avocado oil is good too. It's also cold pressed. The high smoke point oil, once an oil smokes, it becomes cancerous. So we don't want our oil smoked. Just if you get a coffee grinder, you can use like a smoothie grinder. You can use anything. Grind it up into a fine powder. So now that we have our powdered oatmeal, we want egg and some water. And I'm using the quail eggs. Otherwise, I usually get the pasture-raised eggs from my farmer's market at Grogan's Mill. It's amazing. You'll want to check it out if you live in the area. But I missed the farmer's market yesterday, so my daughter got me quail eggs from the Asian market. So I'm probably going to only use 2, maybe 3, because that's equal to 1 egg. Crack these little babies. See, they're itty bitty quail eggs. 1. Ooh, let's start with the shells in 0. 2 and 3. Filtered water. I'm probably going to put maybe, I don't know. I don't like to measure, so I'm starting with 1 cup of water, and I'm just going to put it in until it's at a pancake consistency. Oh, and the eggs. Just till it's like just moist. Maybe a little bit more, and I'll show you guys the consistency. So I probably use about half a cup of water. And if I had hemp seeds, I would have added those in there as well. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some of my flax. Now, be careful with flax. Flaxseed mimics estrogen in the body. I'm 42. I'm in perimenopause right now, so I want the estrogen, the extra estrogen. So yeah. So I'm just going to put a little tablespoon. Also, it adds protein and healthy fats. Let's see what else is in here. Milled brown flaxseed. That's it. Serving size. That's another thing I wanted to add. So the nutrition facts, guys. Always look at the serving size because serving size 4 tablespoons. Now I only put 1 teaspoon in. It was an overflowing teaspoon, so it's probably 1 tablespoon. So just be mindful of that when you see dietary fiber 7 grams, sugars 1 gram, protein 6 grams. Now that's 6 grams in 4 tablespoons, and I did not put 4 tablespoons, so 6 divided by 4, or 4 divided by 6, whatever. It's about 2 grams of protein. So just be mindful of that. So I'm just going to mix it. Flaxseed is also a good fibrous. It has a lot of fiber. And what fiber does, it doesn't have any nutrients in it, guys, fiber. It just goes through your body, and it's kind of like a green scrubber on your intestines. It just scrubs the sides of the intestines to make you empty everything out. So we want those intestines scrubbed because if we don't have gunk on the outside walls of our intestines, then we can absorb our nutrients a lot better. And also that gunk buildup on the outside of the intestines, well, inside, outside, on the walls of the intestines, that gunk will also not only keep nutrients from going through the cell walls, but it will also, the cell walls won't get oxygen, they won't get blood, they won't get the supply they need, and so they'll kind of deteriorate and start to atrophy and shrink up. That's when you get a leaky gut. And that's when you get autoimmune problems. All right, so our pancake is done. Well, not done, but our pancake batter is done. We're gonna come over here to our cast iron. I have a huge, I don't know if y'all can see it, flat cast iron pan. Love this thing. What I've done is I put a good chunk of this Wagyu beef towel on it and spread it around evenly. Now, if you don't want your pancakes to stick, I would recommend lots of oil. Now, we've all grown up saying oil's bad, don't eat oil, no oil. That's wrong. Eat oil, eat good, healthy oil, because guess what? Your brain needs it. Your brain needs the oil. You have these things called myelin sheath. They're like nerve pathways. You have your nerve pathways in your brain, like nerve highways, and the myelin sheath, they insulate it, like insulate the pipes, the pathways, so that the more insulated it is, the faster the nerve impulses run. So it goes from point A to point B a lot faster when you have this good, healthy myelin sheath on your nerve pathways in your brain. Guess what it's made of, guys? Cholesterol. So eat that oil. Make sure it's healthy oil only. So I'm going to heat my pan. Now I'm using the Wagyu because it's got a 500 smoke point. Butter has a 350 smoke point. So I'm going to use a little bit of butter on the pan to flavor it, but I'm going to keep my heat at a low to medium. Because if it smokes, guess what? Cancerous particles get in my food. So let's start heating the pan. Guys, I want to put a dash of raw honey. Raw honey. You want the raw stuff, not the high heat stuff, because if you get the regular stuff in the grocery store, the raw honey has a lot more nutrients. It's got the stuff that you need to fight the allergies. So if you have allergies, you want the raw honey. The raw local honey is better because the local honey has the allergens from the flowers and the pollen that's in your area. And so the more you desensitize with the honey, the less you suffer from allergies. All right, now we're going to mix it a little, get it a little sweet, and I think our pan is ready. So I'm going to take my stick of butter and I'm just going to lightly butter. Now the pan is nice and hot, I'm going to take a spoonful and I'm going to put it on there. And I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see it in just a second. Ooh, we got cooking! So to cook the pancakes, you're going to wait until the edges get kind of brown and crispy. And they're not there yet. But again, we want to keep it on like a low to medium, because we don't want the smoke and we don't want the pancakes to burn. And then if you guys are allergic to peanut butter or don't want or like peanut butter, you guys can put like almond butter or pecan butter is amazing. Watkins pecan, Cameron, Texas. They are at the Woodlands Farmers Market and they're so good. And what is it like? They told me the ingredients are not listed. It's just cinnamon, pecans, and nutmeg, I think. I'm going to take these away from the smoke. There we go. Save our cast iron. All right, I think these are about done. And the way we can check is probably just cut one in half. Might need a little more time. And I'm just gonna, so you can see in the middle, it's nice and fluffy, hot and steamy, done. Serving size is 2 tablespoons. So I know that I'm gonna have, it says 15 grams of fat. I'm probably only putting 1 tablespoon on here, so my fat is only going to be 7 grams, 7.5 grams. 7 grams is going to turn into, what, 3.5 grams. But it's still protein, right? So even if we add just 2 grams here and 2 grams there, it's going to all add up. Again, maple syrup, whole maple syrup. You look at, so nutrition facts, whatever. This is the important part. Ingredients, 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 ingredients. Maple syrup. That's it. Nothing else. No added anything. That's what we look for, guys. Yeah. Shit. Alright. Join me next time, guys. I'll have something else healthy cooking for you. Information with it. I have an online course coming out. It's called Eat for Health. It's got a whole bunch of information check it out, therapeuticessence.org. Bye guys.